Hello guys, and welcome back to another Foodie Friday. So today we're doing something a little different. We're doing a Progresso soup, which for as much of these damn things as I eat, you would think that I would have reviewed some of them by now, and yet I haven't, and I don't know why, but maybe we should change that. So this is the Progresso Spicy Jambalaya with sausage and ham. It's from their Spice It Up line, which I think is new, because a couple of weeks ago, there was like a whole end cap of nothing but different spicy flavors. And they have like this spiceometer on them of what level of spicy they are, like mild, medium, or hot. This one is hot. Now, my favorites of the Progresso soups thus far have been like the zesty Santa Fe chicken and the what is it? The spicy chicken and sausage one. Those two have been my faves so far. Mostly because of the spice. So I'm like, oh, we have a bunch of spicy new contenders on the scene. I want to try them all. So I bought a whole bunch of different ones. Whether or not I end up reviewing them all, I don't know, or if I'll just eat them, I don't know. But this one, at least, we're gonna do. So, admittedly, I don't even know what jambalaya is. But I'm intrigued by it being all the way over on the spiceometer. When most of them were mild or mediums that I was seeing, I was like, ooh, this one goes all the way over. So rather than ease myself in on any of the milds or mediums, oh, F that. I'm just jumping straight to hot, because clearly I'm smart like that. Watch it be too hot for me to watch my nose start running on stream. That would suck. So it's gluten-free, U.S. inspected and passed by the Department of Agriculture. Well, I should certainly hope so. For over 100 years, our kitchens have crafted honest, soul-satisfying recipes with real ingredients you're proud to serve. Visit Progresso.com for even more coziness. No colors from artificial sources, no artificial flavors. Ready to serve, do not add water. That's a thing that for a while took me a while to get my brain around, since I grew up on Campbell's, where you always add the water, or milk, depending. These, they're ready to go as is. Do not add water, do not add milk. No, you will mess it up. As is. That is how they're meant to be eaten. That's why they're bigger. So, stovetop, which is how I'm gonna do it, just heat it in a saucepan. If you want to do it in microwave, you can heat it in a covered microwavable bowl on high for 2 to 4 minutes, and then leave it in for a minute, stir it, and there you go. But again, I'm doing stovetop, that's how I always do mine. But yeah, so let's see here. Ingredients: chicken broth, tomato puree, water, tomato paste, tomatoes, andouille sausage crumbles with smoke flavor added, pork water, and 2% or less of the following: garlic, salt, spices, paprika, sugar, dehydrated garlic, natural flavor, maltodextrin, modified cornstarch, corn syrup, solids, natural smoke flavor, sodium phosphates, rendered pork fat, yeast extract, and canola oil. Rice, cooked ham, water added. Cooked ham water! I'm sorry, but I just noticed that in the ingredients. Who else is thinking of Arrested Development? Who else is thinking of Lindsay right now with the ham water? I'll wait. Anyway, that is an accidental Arrested Development reference, but that just made my day. Let's see here. Where did I leave off? Cured with water, salt, dextrose, sodium phosphate, natural smoke flavor, sodium erythrobate, sodium nitrate, celery, green sweet pepper, contains less than 2% of the following: modified food starch, corn and soy protein, hydrolyzed, maltodextrin, red chili pepper, onion, salt, spice, potassium chloride, onion powder, salt, or sugar, garlic powder, tomato extract, dextrose, flavor, dried parsley, natural flavor, calcium, chloride, yeast extract, citric acid, and dried vinegar. Contains soy ingredients. Contains bioengineered food ingredients. Don't really care. So, you could get 2 servings per container. We all know I'm going to eat the whole thing. That's how I eat these. I eat one of these cans on my own. I don't give a shit. But, so the nutrition facts. If anyone cares to pause and read, here you go. Other than the sodium, nothing particularly alarming, but, Ooh, that 1,410 milligrams of sodium per can is, I never noticed that before. I don't know if that's, just this one or all of them. Okay, well, it's 29% if you do one serving, but 61% per can. I don't know how that works out exactly, but okay. But the rest of it is, like, fairly typical numbers. But, oh yeah, that is, concerning. I do not eat these every day, but I'm having one today. But, anyway. Gonna go heat this up. I will be back with the bowl, and I'll tell you how I think it tastes and if you should try this one or not. Okay, so I gotta heat it up on the stove. Haven't tasted yet, but ooh, I feel like this is definitely gonna be a real hot one, given that even just the steam from it cooking had my nose starting to run a little bit. I'm like, oh boy, it's gonna be one of those. Okay. Scent-wise, I do get a smoky scent off of it. But interestingly, even just smelling it, it's like I can feel it on my tongue. The heat receptor's already getting it, even though I haven't even touched it yet. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, I'm almost a little nervous now of how hot is this going to be? I realized that the spiceometer was all the way over, but I'm not sure I'm prepared for this, but we're going in. We're going in. So far, appearance-wise, it looks like rice, celery. I'm seeing sausage. I guess I'm seeing a couple little bits of ham, but it's mostly sausage. It looks very similar in appearance to my beloved Zesty Santa Fe chicken one. And the chicken and sausage gumbo one that I like. So I'm like, well, maybe it won't be that different. I feel like that's also lulling me into a false sense of security. Let's find out. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. Alright. That's a lot hotter than I was expecting. Oh, okay. It's still getting more intense. Okay. As somebody who watches every single episode of Hot Ones, you'd think I would be more prepped for this, because I'm like, oh, if I ever get famous, I want to go on that one day. Oh my gosh. Wow. Maybe you should have started with, like, the mild or medium first and worked my way. Because I'm like, ooh, that's alright. Not unbearable, but then again, that's only the first bite. I'm like, oh, that was, opens the sinuses right up. But, taste-wise, you almost don't even get the flavor because you're so distracted by, holy shit, hot! Let's try another one. That one had sausage in it. This one has some ham, too. I'm really trying to focus on the flavor and not the heat. Wow, okay. Ooh, that one's hotter, Okay. I should have had some water or something. Oh, okay, this is like my own little personal episode of Hot Ones. Alright, well. I'm starting to sweat after 2 bites. But I like it though. Flavor-wise, it is quite similar to that, chicken and sausage gumbo one. Like, really, really similar. Just with, like, a hint of ham added to it, which obviously it has ham in it. But also, definitely some jalapeno flavor. Oh my god. That keeps getting more intense, holy shit. Perhaps I should... I'm torn. Do I eat the whole bowl on camera for you guys' amusement? Or do I go eat it and report back on what the experience was like? Oh my gosh. This is kind of like the first time having horseradish thing all over again. Where I'm like, I'm so amused by it, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, I got thrown in at the deep end. I didn't know what I was expecting. Okay. Let's have some more. I love how in like 3 bites, the edges of my tongue have already hit the point of, yeah, we numbed out, we noped out, you're just numb now, fuck it, you're numb, it's tingly, it's not even burning and painful, although I feel it in my throat, but woo, alright. I'd say if you need to open your sinuses, this is definitely a good one for that. Like a really, really good one for that. Oh my god. Wow. I'm acclimating to it. Okay. I felt this way too about that spicy sausage and gumbo one at first. But then I got to where after the first can or two of it, I was like, oh, this is no big deal. I would add paprika to it, I would add chili flakes to it, all sorts of shit to it, just to make it hotter. So this kind of is like my doctored up version, but on steroids. So I'm like, okay, come on, self, you can do it. You can do it. But I think I will eat it off camera because otherwise it's gonna be a long-ass video, so I'll report back. Okay, whew. Finished it. I'm gonna be honest with you, I think I made it about 4 mouthfuls in after turning off the camera before running and getting a bottle of water, which I quickly chugged. Oh man, that was more intense than I bargained for. And yet I would totally do it again, because it did taste good. I'm just like, maybe I'll ease my way up to it next time instead of just jumping straight in at the deep end, as I'm so prone to doing with shit. But, at least now I know going in what kind of spicy it is, but oh my gosh, like literally an hour later, just touching my tongue to my lip burns it every time I touch it. It's like that kind of spicy. It's that kind of spicy. Anytime I burp, it's spicy. I'm like, oh my god. That's a new one for me. I don't think I've encountered that before, where even the burps are spicy. Like, alright, that's okay. Whatevs. I think for me, I would rate it a 4 out of 5, only because the spiciness factor starts to outweigh the flavor. Like, there's a tipping point where it just burns and you don't taste it as much. You can have spicy and still have all the flavor, but it's a fine line to walk to find that magical point. And this is definitely beyond that point where it's just burning for the sake of burning off your taste buds. So just throwing that out there. But there's a time and a place for everything. So I definitely would eat it again. I'll tell you that much. It did taste good from what I could taste of it. But, yeah, I think at least knowing for sure going in of how spicy it is, might keep it for a day when I need my sinuses more open and stuff. So, anyways, yeah, 4 out of 5. So, anyway, that is it for this one, my dudes. I will say this, definitely don't need lip plumper today, because that did a fine enough job. So anyways, like the video if you liked it, hit subscribe and that notification bell icon if you haven't already, leave comments down below. Have you tried this one before? What did you think of it? Good, bad, or otherwise? Leave it all down below, as well as anything about anything. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Etsy, everything more, it's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Anyway, guys, until next time, see ya.